Hey guys, this is Zalvures with GuapSwap. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a GuapSwap proxy contract on Hive OS, as you can see from the background. So this is going to be a real quick tutorial, so let's get to it. Alright, so you might be thinking you're going to want to go to wallets and put your proxy contract there. Unfortunately, Hive OS does not support contracts that are actually that long in their wallet address inputs. I'm also assuming you already know how to use Hive, you're just confused on how to get it to work with GuapSwap, right? So I'm not going to actually explain how to use Hive OS. So instead, you're going to want to go to your flight sheets, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to create a whole new flight sheet for GuapSwap. So you're going to go ahead and, of course, find Ergo on there. You're going to select whatever wallet you want. This one says Guap. It doesn't actually have any information in it. Or I forget what I put in there. Alright, so then you're going to select your pool, right? We're going to be using GitBlock for this. And we are in the United States, but we're going to hit global, and then we'll take West and East as a backup. And we're going to select a miner. Now I'm going to be doing this with an AMD rig, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit Team Red Miner. And we're going to go ahead and hit Select Miner Configuration. So what you're going to want to do to make this work is you're going to want to navigate over to your GuapSwap folder, wherever you're keeping it. And as you can see, I have all the iterations of GuapSwap in this folder. You're going to go ahead and click on the current one you're using, go to your storage, find your proxy contract, right? And then you're going to go ahead and take one of these wonderful proxy contracts, highlight it, copy it, right? Super simple stuff. And where it says wallet, you're going to go ahead and paste that in. It's going to be super long, but that's where your proxy contract goes. Alright, you apply your changes, and that's it. We can go ahead and name this flight sheet Guap. And that's the one we're going to use on the rig. That's really all there is to it for getting GuapSwap to work on Hive OS. So we're going to create our flight sheet. It's going to say where it's at. We'll go ahead and go to one of our workers. This one is all mining ergs. It's all set up to do it. Go ahead and go to flight sheets, and we're going to swap that over for the one we just started. And just like that, you can see this gigantic new address in there. And you can see there was nothing in that address. That's what I thought I had put there. You can see this gigantic address with the proxy contract, and then just the regular information. It's not quite there yet. So we'll give it a few minutes to go ahead and spool up and get to full hash rate. And there you go. We can see we're mining with that same GuapSwap flight sheet to GitBlock on Hive OS. Just as easy as that. Now, if you guys need a tutorial on how to use GuapSwap, go ahead and look over in that corner, and I'll go ahead and link one for you. So, as you can see, my miner uptime just jumped from a minute to 10 hours and 21 minutes. I wanted to make sure I had a payout, and I wanted to actually show you that payout on GuapSwap really quickly, just to show you that everything works. Hive is definitely mining to it. Anyways, we have GuapSwap 1.1.0 beta, which is the new release. Let's just look at that real quick before we do the swap. So there are a few different things. If you look at the README, you can go ahead and go over all of this, but I'm gonna just give you the rundown on the major changes. But definitely look at the KYA, all that stuff. So two things that majorly changed. It's two things because there's two tokens. They added these two tokens. What are they? What's this? Padilla? I don't know. I only read these things online, so I don't know quite how to pronounce it. And we got Comet. So you can now mine those with GuapSwap. That's fantastic. That's good news. So what's the other major change? There is one more besides those two major changes. So 3 major changes, I guess. If you go into your storage, and I've already copied my information, got it all ready in here. What I do when I upgrade is I just copy my secret storage folder and my proxy and my refund and my swap log. We can go into our config file here. And so the other major change is that when you first go into this config file, it's going to say 1.0. Now keep in mind, if you want the same proxy contract address to generate, which you can still use your old address with this new version, so it doesn't really matter, you're going to want to change that back to 0.25%. So to do that, you're just going to put in 0.25. You'll notice this is a different format. So if you put in the original format from the earlier config files of 0.0025, you're probably going to get an error in GuapSwap. Keep that in mind, it won't generate a proxy contract address. So yeah, if you want it to be at 0.25 to match your old proxy contract address, go ahead and put that in there. That way there's no confusion or anything. Alright, so we are going to run GuapSwap here and do a swap. We're just going to leave it at neta. I like neta. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into my proxy, grab that same proxy address I put into Hive. I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to shift right click and open PowerShell window. Easiest way to open a PowerShell window, right? So let's see what the last command I ran is. There we go. I ran generate to make sure it worked. So what we are going to run is swap, and we're going to just put in our address, and it should do our swap for us. Let's do it. And it's going to ask me for my secret code. It's initiating. And there we go. We can see I got some sort of error. We'll point that out to the main devs here. But I still got my transaction there. So it still worked. This is still beta. We still get errors. But there we go. It went ahead and worked. Well, since we're here, let's go ahead and copy that. And we'll go ahead and throw it in an about browser window. See what it says. Alright, and you can see from this browser window that just opened that the transaction did go through. It's got one confirmation already. So we can probably click right here and we'll get to see how much neta I got. And there we go, 2 transactions for that one. So if we click, there's that, and there we go. So I ended up with 44 neta for my 0.4 ergs. 0.451855 ergs. 44 neta. Anyways, so that's it. Everything went through. Everything's peachy. And yeah, that's how you use Hive. That's the new version of GuapSwap. Yeah, if you like the video, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. And we'll keep releasing videos when we have updates. If you have any other videos you'd like to see, go ahead and leave those suggestions in the comments below. I'll take a look at them and keep making videos. Alright, thank you. I'll see you guys next time.